The plectrum, otherwise known as a pick, is a really versatile tool we can use to play guitar. It's not the only way I'm going to teach you, but it is the main way, so I'd certainly recommend that you use one. There's many different types that are made of different materials, which are of different thicknesses, which in turn create a different effect and have different advantages and drawbacks. I tend to use these Jim Dunlop 0.6mm plectrums nearly all the time. I find that they're very versatile, they're quite thin and they're quite flexible, which means I find I can play a lot of different styles with it. So there's a link to these in the show notes, which the link will be coming up to now on the screen. But you can buy them in just about any guitar store in the UK anyway. So let's have a look at how to hold the plectrum. So if you put it in your left hand for now, and we'll take our right arm and point our thumb out directly in front of us, parallel to the ground. Then take your index finger and curl it round and put it next to your thumb. We just open that and close it. So we're going to put our plectrum between here. So I've just opened that again just to show it's the side of the index finger that's touching the plectrum, not the flat part. So we're not trying to bend our finger in a way that it doesn't really want to go. Some people can do that comfortably, I can't really. But I think you'll still find the side of the index fingers a more secure place to have contact with the pick. And just hold it loosely. You don't want to be holding it really, really tight, because then when you hit the strings, it's a bit brittle and it tends to wiggle its way out. So if you hold it loosely enough so that it can move, but tight enough so that you've still got a grip on it. A lot of people want to have a fist at first, but I would recommend that you put your fingers out. I find that a fist can bounce off the strings a little bit when you're trying to play, whereas if you have your fingers out, it tends to dissipate that a little bit. So just one thing to consider, we will go into a lot more detail with the plectrum as we go through the course, but one thing to consider now is just my approach is to be as loose as possible. So when I'm playing anything, I will have my hand and arm free. I wouldn't be anchoring anything down and playing it like this, because it will restrict my movement. So if you look, playing a chord there, nice and free, playing a single note, also nice and free. So there's almost never a call to be putting fingers down on the scratch plate or really anywhere else. Of course, there's times we do just about anything and we'll break a rule, but I would stick to that to start with.